G'day, guys. Welcome back to Stat Chat Sports. You're here for the weekly AFL podcast. Only three of us on the chat tonight. Myself, Josh. We've got BT. We've got Tazza, Steve in the twos this week. And he's going to need a lift if he wants to come back next week. We'll touch on that a little bit later on. Fellas, we are reviewing round 13. It's round 13 already. We are smoking our way through the season. Only 6 games to cover. And we'll do it the way we usually do with our regular segments. Hits, misses, and hold fire. We're looking for a team that was a big hit this week, a team that was a complete miss, and a team that we just need to wait and see a little bit more to really know what we're dealing with. Now, I mentioned Steve in the twos. He usually does the hit, but I'm going to cover it for him. Fellas, it's Collingwood, all right? Me personally, I wasn't sure on Collingwood last week. They were the hold fire. They were the team I just wanted to see a little bit more of. And Tazza, they have delivered in spades with one of the best wins of the year against the D's on the Queen's birthday. What a cracker.
I'm not sure what else you wanted to see. I mean, that's 4 games in a row for them now.
Oh, mate.
What the form line is damn impressive. And yeah, just to cap it off with that win, that was huge. I mean, everyone coming out and saying Melbourne can't possibly lose a 3rd game in a row. And 26 points, I think the final margin was.
Yeah.
It was pretty comprehensive in the end. It's, very interesting.
Kick 9 of the last 10 goals. They were sensational. I'm happy to cop it. I've been proved wrong. Collingwood, for me, after the back of that win, I think they're gonna make it into finals. BT, you agree?
Yeah, I think they have to now. That was a massive win. The big Coxon. Probably second best game he's ever played, I'd say, behind that Richmond final. He was huge. Even taking inset marks in the back line. He was everywhere in that second half. He had a pretty good game.
One of my biggest questions with the Pies has been the key forwards. My check's been consistent for a couple of years. We like him. Now with Big Mason stepping up, clunking everything, and my man Darcy Cameron. Fellas, he's been phenomenal, filling in for Brodie Grundy. He locked Maxi Gawn down in this game. Gawn just did not have the influence that he usually does. Darcy Cameron, Tazza, he has been really good over the last few weeks. Hard to see him losing his spot when Grundy comes back in.
No, the $7 million man, I think it was, if I've got the numbers right, is on the outside looking in. And when he is fit, it's going to be hard to put him back because Cameron has not put a foot wrong. And it's a real problem for the Pies now. It's a lot of money sitting there for someone who's not that crucial to the team anymore.
Trade him.
Go on.
They get rid
Trade
of
him.
I think they have to.
Most teams would take him because he's clearly, obviously, a gun player. But ever since he's gone down, Collingwood's actually played better. And Darcy Cameron, clearly has stepped up to that role and playing very well. Gawn was injured. He went off quite a lot. He went off 3-4 times down into the rooms. He got a knee knock from Cameron, to be honest with you. That's so. He was Cameron. Since he took that role, he's probably up there with the top maybe 4 ruckmen in the league since he's taken that role.
And it's been hard to find good ruckmen in the competition as well. So big raps to Darcy Cameron. We like that. Also a shout out to Nick Dacos as well. He's really cementing his spot for that Rising Star Award, particularly with all the controversy about Jason Horne-Francis. Getting a little angsty with Goldie, maybe he wants to go away. So Nick Dacos just keeps getting better and better, Tazza, and he's going to be a key player for the Magpies for the next decade plus.
Yeah, I hate seeing him do so well because I traded him out of my fantasy team a couple of weeks ago, and he's just exponential the uptick in his scores, and it's killing me. But yeah, absolutely, he's been such a gun, and he's going to be a cornerstone in that defense for the next decade, and it's going to be so good to see him grow in there. It's the heir to Scott Pendlebury's throne, really.
So there you go, Pies fans. I'm happy to cop it. Get in the comments of the video because I wasn't sure last week. This week, I am sure, and feel free to heckle in the comments. That's what we want to see right here at Stat Chat Sports. Now the miss. BT, you're the man that loves to put the hard word on teams, and if they've been poor, you let them know about it. Are we talking Melbourne this week, or are we going somewhere different?
We could have gone Melbourne, but obviously I think it was more of a Collingwood win than a Melbourne loss, that one. So I'm a changed man this week, and I'm not going to do a miss at all.
What?
I've got something a little bit different.
You can't do this.
Yeah, I'll change it up
This
on you
is the
fellas.
segment.
We're doing another hit, but it's the Queen's birthday again. It's the big freeze. That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
BT, nice
Right
work.
there.
That's what we're doing. That's it. I love watching it. The pre-game, I watched the whole thing today. Was the 8th year, raised 55 million before this year. And I think they're 6 million so far. The government chucked in 4 million, so past 60 million they've raised. It's an awesome thing they do. It just shows what sports does. It just brings everyone together, no matter what team you support. So hopefully they keep doing this for years and years down the track.
I'm sure they will. Great initiative. BT, who was your best slider today? Who was the MVP?
Probably Hamish. The way he dressed up as Elsa, that was typical Hamish. It was a good laugh. It was good to see Ash Barty there. That's a big name to get down that slide. But from the past years, it's hard to go past Nick Rewalt as Freddie Mercury. That was a quality dress up.
Yeah, classic. I like it. Very good. If you had a favourite in the comments as well, let us know. We're big fans of the Big Freeze and looking forward to it again next year. Tazza, you're the man that does the hold fire. You were away last week in the twos. You're back. And let's be honest, we need a big week of the hold fire because I've absolutely butchered it last week. So what have you got for us?
Not your best effort, Josh. But look, I feel like we go with this team I go with this team quite a bit. But look, they're back again, and it's Richmond for the wrong reasons. I think before this week, I think everyone had Richmond really just thinking they're going to coast their way into the 8. It's going to be their spot for the taking. I mean, Collingwood have been impressive in recent weeks to force themselves into the 8. But yeah, Richmond got the win, but that was a pretty poor win. I mean,
over your mob.
Yeah, look, I somehow watched that whole game. It was quite a disaster from both ends. I mean, I'm not sure whether Port lost that game or Richmond won it, but it was a terrible, terrible game. And if Richmond are going to play like that, they are not playing finals this year. We said it earlier that we probably agree that Collingwood are going to be that 8th team at the moment. And looking at the draw, Richmond don't have the kind of draw right up until the end of the year. So they're going to have to bang on some wins, starting with Richmond, with Carlton this week.
That's a huge game. That is a massive game for both of their seasons because Carlton, we all think Carlton making finals. But if they're going to be a top 4 team, that's a time of game that they need to be winning. On Richmond, BT, Tom Lynch, he's really left a hole in that team and that forward line, struggling to kick goals without him there.
Yeah, because obviously Jack Rewalt's starting to slow down a bit. Still a quality forward, but Shai Bolton kicking 5 behinds, and probably 4 of those were pretty simple, especially the last one 2 minutes ago, run into an open square. Yeah, well, he was leading Coleman's before he got injured, so definitely left a hole there. I'm not sure when he's back. I don't know the ETA on that, but they definitely need him back as soon as possible.
I think there's 1 to 2 weeks on Lynch. Looking at last week's injury list, and their injury list, there's two blokes on that at the moment. There's Lambert and Lynch, and that's it. Bolter came off. It's as clean bill of health as there is going around in the comp. And if they're going to dish that kind of stuff up, yes, one of their biggest targets in Lynch is gone, but they're really not missing anything else. So it doesn't bode well for them.
So you're concerned, Tazza? You're really concerned they're not going to make the 8?
I think there's too many other better teams at the moment. I mean, yeah, 4 points is 4 points, but if they're going to dish that kind of performance up, I mean, Port don't play well at the G. They barely ever get over there, and when they do, they're not all that great. So, I mean, they barely got over the line. With 5 minutes to go, Port almost stole that one. I say stole because they were pretty bad. So, yeah, they won't want to be playing like that if they think they're a top 8 team.
Yeah, look, Tigers fans, if you're watching this video and you're concerned as well, comment below. Let us know what the Tigers need to do in the coming weeks to get themselves back on track, because they have had a reasonable run of form. You know, they'd won 5 of their last 6. You know, they were starting to put some wins on the board, but it's just the way they're going about it. It's just not the Richmond that we want to see if they're going to be playing finals. So let us know in the comments below if you're a concerned Richmond fan, or if you're a fan of any team that we haven't mentioned today and you want to let us know how you're feeling about them. Comment below. We want to hear from you.